Now, for those of you who've been watching my channel, you'll know, or if you're in Australia, this man, Dezi Freeman, he's on the run in Australia. He's like Australia's most wanted because he did kill 2 police officers now he's been on the run for a long time. It's been over a month, hasn't it? The 2 officers have been buried now. And they went to arrest Dezi. They had a warrant against his arrest, a warrant for his arrest. The import's doesn't seem to be working. There was a warrant out for his arrest for historic sex abuse, which people have said to me. I mean, I don't know what the circumstances are, but apparently it was, a girlfriend from when he was young as well. Perhaps he was just over the age of consent, and the girlfriend that he had at the time was under the age of consent. Police went off with a search warrant to his, I think he was living in some sort of caravan, wasn't he, or something. Went off to arrest him. He took umbrage to that. He didn't want to be arrested. And he shot 2 of in fact, there's 3 of the policemen that he shot. 2 died. 1 was in a critical condition in hospital. And this has been quite divisive as well, I think. There are people who support Dezi, because Dezi is one of these people who doesn't believe in the state, but he does get state benefits, just to say that. I mean, I think it's different. And he also quotes all the laws of the land, left, right and centre. I mean, either you believe in the state or you don't. I mean, you can't have all the good things of the state and not the bad things. Oh, look, they are important now. So, I'm not, a lot of people are supportive of Dezi. I understand that if people love an anti-hero, don't they? But the thing is, he has murdered 2 police officers. It is murder. I'm sorry, he shouldn't have shot them, and that's all there is to it. So he's on the run, and they've been searching for him in these sort of cave places. He lived near like a national park, so he just literally ran into the bush. And since then, they've not found him. And his family say he is a survivalist. He could live quite a long time. It just seems a very long time to me to live without proper food and shelter, unless somebody is helping him. But I don't know. So I know there's people out there that support him and people out there who don't support him. But at the end of the day, the authorities are looking for him, and they're going to great lengths to try and find him. But so far, I don't think they've found anything. So is he even still alive?
Victoria Police says it's conducted the largest ever tactical policing operation in Australian history in the search for alleged gunman and fugitive Dezi Freeman. Reporter Leanne Wong joins us now from Melbourne. Hi, Leanne. Police gave an update on this search. What do they have to say?
Well, essentially that the search is still continuing. As you said on Friday, police say they undertook the largest ever tactical police deployment in Australia's history, involving specialist officers from Victoria, interstate, as well as New Zealand, who've all been scouring the area around Dezi Freeman's property. Now, today, police again reiterated just how incredibly tough the terrain is out there. They say that as part of this operation, police have been crawling through mine shafts and caves. They've been crossing over rivers, as well as searching plantations and gorges. Hundreds of properties have been searched at this stage, both with and without a warrant. Police say they've also received more than 1,100 calls and tip-offs with information. And they say that while they're focusing the search still on that Mount Buffalo area, they still really haven't ruled anything out. They say they're still open to the possibility that Mr. Freeman is being harboured by an associate, or that he could even be dead. Now, today we heard from the Acting Deputy Commissioner of Regional Operations.
No, it reminds me so much of the Travis Decker search in America. He's the piece of scum that murdered his 3 daughters, suffocated them, and then disappeared. And of course, he's not been found either, and he's been missing for a long time. He's another one that they said was a survivalist and might possibly be surviving somewhere. Or has he deleted himself, and the same with Dezi. I mean, thing is, if somebody does delete themselves, then they're so much harder to find, they really are, except with cadaver dogs, I suppose, because the heat-seeking stuff doesn't work because there's no heat to seek, though I think it stays active for a little while. So it all gets, and it's just a question of stumbling across the person's body, isn't it? So, it's very possible that Dezi may have done something to himself, but of course it's equally as possible that somebody might be helping him. And the same, I think with Travis Decker over in America, I don't think anybody will be helping him because he murdered his own 3 daughters. Surely nobody would help him, suffocating his 3 young daughters, all under the age of 10. I doubt very much that anybody would be helping him. But you never know, do you? But whereas Dezi, I suppose it's feasible somebody might be helping him. I can tell from comments that I get on videos that I make about Dezi. A lot of people support him for whatever reason, and that's their right, I suppose, to do that. Dezi is like an anti-hero, a popular, he imagines himself as maybe as this sort of Rambo type anti-establishment, and a lot of people, they relate to that.
Russell Barrett, who spoke about also police's unwavering resolve to find Mr. Freeman. They say they will not stop. This manhunt will not end until Mr. Freeman is found. He also spoke about the sheer scale of this operation, describing it as unprecedented.
Our Special Operations Group, together with equivalents from all the states and territories and New Zealand, in fact, over 125 specialist tactical members, searched an area in the immediate vicinity of Freeman's location. They were crawling through caves, they were traversing rivers and falls, they were searching plantations and gorges in an effort to find Freeman. As I say, this is the largest tactical policing operation ever undertaken in Australia's policing history.
Well, previously travellers were advised to avoid the towns of Pawnpumka and Bright while this manhunt was going, and travellers were really abiding by that advice. Those towns have been incredibly quiet over the past 2 weeks, and they also say that local businesses say that they've really been struggling from that drop-off in business. Normally they'd receive a lot of business from tourists who have been avoiding that area. Today that advice was lifted, though police say they're still urging people to be mindful if they are in that area. We heard from the acting Deputy Commissioner, who says that the decision to ease that travel advice was a difficult decision to make, but it was necessary in order to help the community get back on his feet. He also said that
everything's been on stop while they're looking in these sort of places for Dezi, so they're relaxing it now, but they haven't found anything.
That advice could change possibly in the future. It could ease further, or it could revert back depending on how the manhunt is going.
So really, I mean, literally the update on Dezi Freeman is that they haven't found him, basically, but they've eased the travel warnings around the area of Pawnpumka. And this apparently is the largest ever. Let's have a look where it says here. The Dezi Freeman search at Pawnpumka is now Australia's largest tactical police deployment. So it's costing the taxpayer a lot of money. Let's have a look at this video. Oh, look at that dog in the cave. Oh, bless. Yeah, so they're going in these caves, looking for him. Oh, I hope the dogs are safe as well, and the men, of course. We always worry about the dogs more than the people, but because the dogs, they're trained to go in these caves and things. But it's quite, God, I won't want to go in there, that's for sure. Let's just watch that one more time. This dog, oh. I don't know. We don't deserve dogs, do we? We'd be lost without them, really. God, looks so claustrophobic. It just shows, you know, they've got to go in these places. He could be in one of those, couldn't he? New Zealand officers briefly joined the search for the alleged Porepunkah police killer Dezi Freeman, which is now Australia's largest ever tactical police operation. So hundreds of officers from Victoria, Interstate, the Australian Federal Police and the Army continue to search dense, rugged bushland in Victoria's northeast for the fugitive, who has now been on the run for 20 days. And they revealed that the New Zealand contingent took part in an intensive search on Friday in the immediate vicinity of Mr. Freeman's Porepunkah property. An acting Deputy Commissioner of Regional Operations, Russell Barrett, said the operation included more than 125 specialist officers. This included incredibly rugged areas. They were crawling through caves. They were traversing rivers and falls. They were searching plantations and gorges. I mean, God, it's just a massive area, isn't it? How are they ever going to find this guy? How are they ever going to find him? And it says they've endured freezing conditions at Mount Buffalo and Porepunkah. So he's accused of shooting dead Detective Senior Constable Neil Thompson and Senior Constable Vadim Dewart-Hottart at his Porepunkah property on August the 26th. The New Zealand officers have since departed, but Acting Deputy Commissioner Barrett said the resolve to find Mr. Freeman had not wavered. And he said that police have now searched hundreds of properties with and without warrant, including abandoned houses, mine shafts, caves and huts. He said Mr. Freeman continued to be considered armed and dangerous, adding the search area contained so many places to hide. This is a really technical search that requires absolutely specialist capabilities to undertake because of the dangers that are involved. We're coming across animals. Every step is really difficult. It's uneven ground where you don't have line of sight of your colleagues for a lot of the time. We think about Freeman and what he's capable of. Now, he is armed as well, of course, so... Oh, look at him carrying this dog across the water. Oh, bless. Oh, he said there'd been no confirmed sightings of Mr. Freeman since the fatal shootings almost 3 weeks ago. I remind the Victorian community that this is an incredibly challenging moment in Victoria Police's history. So the travel warnings have been eased. People had been encouraged to avoid Porepunkah. Look at this, going down here. Oh, my God. And he said, we're saying that people can return to that area, but be mindful of your own safety. You know, it's quite scary, isn't it? Because Dezi, hopefully, he wouldn't kill a civilian, you know, like I know he hates the police, but hopefully wouldn't kill, you know, an innocent bystander, but you never know what a desperate man might do. And he says the fact that the sun's out, we've still got snow on the mountains, spring's blooming and the school holidays around the corner. Of course, it's all different there, isn't it? You know, here in Spain, the school holiday, and in UK, I suppose, school holidays have just finished. Here in Spain, hopefully it'll be getting cooler. Eventually, it's 24 degrees at the moment, which is a comfortable heat. And Mr. Warner said the timing couldn't have been better with a few major events approaching. We've got the grand final long weekend rolling into the Melbourne Cup long weekend and the hot rods. So it's one of the biggest and busiest periods for the whole region. And he said, while the region is open for business, the travel warning could be reinstated if there are any developments. And Acting Deputy Commissioner Barrett also urged anyone travelling to a holiday house to report anything unusual on arrival. It's really important for us to know immediately if a burglary has occurred at a house that's normally vacant. And Mount Buffalo National Park, however, has remained closed. We consider he may still be in the area. It's a possibility he may be harboured or he may be dead. And he reminded everyone of the $1 million reward. I mean, that's a massive reward. I mean, to me, if people haven't come forward after that massive reward was offered, nobody's going to come forward with any information, either because nobody's got any information or because they're scared of coming forward. You know, if the $1 million reward didn't prompt people to come forward, no one's going to come forward now. Having said that, he said we've had over 1,100 pieces of information and we're working through that. He said some of those reports included possible sightings interstate, would not say where. We're open to exploring all information and intelligence, and we're getting that from broader areas. Acting Deputy Commissioner Barrett again urged Mr. Freeman to call 000 to arrange a surrender plan. I don't think he's going to surrender, do you? You know, people say the police are going to shoot him. And the thing is, he's killed 2 police officers. So, you know, they're not going to ask questions, are they? They are, unless he actually makes a plan with them, they are probably going to shoot him. I mean, I'm just being